All right, Sean Zattel here with legendary promoter Kathy Duva of Main Events. They got you in the Hall of Fame already, ain't that right, Kathy? Or are you still on the ballot?
I'm on the ballot.
Okay, well, you'll certainly get it.
It's very gratifying. Well, it's a really long ballot with a lot of really deserving people on it, so whatever. It's just like very gratifying to be included.
This year is extremely tough with the ballot they got this year. So, but Kathy, I remember asking you about a year ago in AC after Sergey suffered his KO loss to Eldir Alvarez. Is it near the end already? And you said that's nonsense. Guys lose all the time. So how does it feel to be over a year from that fight to now the biggest fight maybe of the year with Canelo?
I have to say I didn't imagine this was going to happen now. I'm not going to go that far. I felt that Sergey needed to fix something that was very wrong. But when you see a guy winning every round and then gassing out, and that's why he's losing, you have to feel there's got to be a solution. So happily working with Buddy, we've already found that solution, and it's made all the difference in the world.
And Kathy, I want to ask you to take off the promoter hat for just a second and be that boxing person I know. How does Sergey win this fight?
He needs to win every round one at a time. He needs to go out and try to dominate every round. When you look at Sergey, again, most of the fights he's been in, he has won, at least in the first half of the fight, every single round. In fact, he won a lot of fights where he never lost a round. He's a tremendous boxer. He's a tremendous puncher, and he has come to rely on that punching too much. But what Buddy has brought him back to is, no, you're a boxer first. And the way you get the knockout is not go chasing it. It's to win one round at a time. Silence the crowd. This is going to be a Mexican crowd. They are very sophisticated fans of boxing, and when their guy's not winning, they get really quiet. We need to just... When we had Whitaker fighting Chavez Sr., it got so quiet in there, you could literally hear a pin drop. And that's the kind of performance he's going to have to put on if he expects to win a decision. It's also the kind of performance he's going to have to put on if he's going to stop him. It's not going to be, I don't believe, walk out there and knock him out in one round. I think it's going to be a tactical fight, and it's going to be hard fought, and they're both going to show us everything they have. And in the end, I think the bigger, stronger guy wins. I hope I'm right.
That's such a great point about the Mexican fans are so savvy. They do get quiet. They were quiet in Texas that night, but Pernell didn't get the decision. Do you think?
Those were different times. I'm not going to say that it's corrupt now like it was then, because that was just flat-out corruption.
That wasn't incompetence. That was...
No.
Yeah, that wasn't.
No, they were quite competent. I could go on, but no, that was not what happened then. What happens when you have a close fight and you have a partisan crowd is that absolutely, I believe it affects, not every judge, but I think there are some judges in particular, one of them that judged the first Ward fight. I've noticed a pattern now ever since with that particular judge. Some of them are just more swayed by the audience than others. So if the crowd gets quiet, that's a point in Sergey's favor.
So you don't feel he has to win 8 out of 12? Will 7? If he clearly wins 7 out of 12, will that be enough here in Vegas?
I think he has to dominate.
Okay.
I don't think he wins a close decision. Not at all. But he can't let it be close. Look, in the Ward fight, he won the first 6 rounds, knocked him down. He let him back in the fight. If he hadn't, to say let him back in the fight, it was Andre Ward. He put himself back in the fight. But and if the second Ward fight, until the stoppage, it was scored correctly. I just think he's got to go out there and do what we know he can do: outbox Canelo every round. And if he does, then I think he'll dominate, and then I think it'll be more likely that the judges give him a decision.
What worries you the most about what Canelo brings to the table, against Kovalev on Saturday night?
He's a great fighter. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Everything.
He's also 7 years younger.
Yeah, he's got a lot of the intangibles going in his favor. He's Canelo Alvarez. He finds a way to win. And that is generally, when you're in there with that guy who always finds a way to win, that's the thing to be afraid of. But again, we've got Sergey. Buddy has him in such good condition, such a good frame of mind. He's got a game plan, which he never had when he fought Ward. I think Sergey is a much improved fighter, actually, from those Ward fights. We're going to find out.
How does he, at 36, and I'm asking because you probably reconvene with Buddy and Sergey sometimes, so how does he at 36 fix what's been something of a stamina issue? Because like you said, he was winning every round until getting stopped by Alvarez.
Every time.
Yeah.
Until he gasses, until he gets tired. He's winning every round. So What's different is he learned that when you're old, you have to train differently than you do when you're young. And he is now training like an older fighter. He has to take rests. He can't go out and try to push himself, which is what he was doing wrong.
Pacquiao talked about that quite a bit.
And look at him. And again, not knocking people out at this point in his career like he used to. You can't go out there just deciding if I don't knock him out, I lose. And he's in the right mindset now, but he's got him in the right mindset.
And lastly, you're so confident this week, relaxed. Of course you got Sergey winning, but how's it go down Saturday night?
Again, I think he just wins every round one at a time, do his best, and again, if the stoppage comes, it'll come late, but if it doesn't come, it'll be okay too. We'll see.
Thank you.
Everybody will know what happened when it's over.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.